I am the true alpha male, the living legend of hair loss and your personal hairline hero. Let's get to work. I was so delighted to see this response from our good friend Kevin Mann. I made a video less than a week ago called Your Hair Transplant Hero is Kevin Mann, but he is my arch nemesis. I love having arch nemesis. Multiple arch nemesis is great because ultimately, and see, here's the thing. One of the reasons I like Kevin Mann so much is it's like this, and I always reference spy versus spy, that they're equal but yet opposite. See, Kevin Mann has a super high IQ. This guy, robot for a brain, awesome. I'm the complete opposite of that. But I have a super high EQ as far as understanding how people think socially in conjunction with themselves. So we're on different sides of different spectrums, but ultimately we're very popular YouTubers who focus our attention on hair loss mainly. So a lot of respect for this guy. I think he's very interesting, and I think he's a great option for my viewers if you don't want to hear someone say, be strong-minded enough to not want a hair transplant and realize it's actually about focusing on other people instead of yourself, and instead you should be focusing your own identity, realizing that it's based on your skill set, your confidence level, your ability to serve others. If you don't hear that and you want to talk about hair transplants, Kevin Mann, Hairliciously. Or if you want to be the guy that's, oh, I have a receding hairline, better shave it off. Bald Cafe might be a good option for you. Or if it's too late and you've already lost your hair and you're young, Max Da Silva. You can even go on Max Da Silva's Facebook page and post pictures of yourself obsessing over yourself before you shave your head and say, hey guys, what's up? I'm thinking about shaving my head. And then you do it, and then 2 days later you put more pictures of yourself from one of these angles, and then you have the support group, hey man, looks good, hey, thumbs up, all that. Like, if you want to go that route, that exists too. Max Da Silva has YouTube and a Facebook page that lets you totally self-obsess and get all of the praise that you need. I love it that there's multiple options for the demographics. Now, let's get to Kevin's response. I knew he would respond, and I'm just so excited about this. Kevin Mann, quote, hi Nick, thank you for your reasoned response. See, there's his intelligence. I love that. He knows that there was reasoning and logic behind it. Thank you for your reasoned response to some of my content. To clarify my perspective, I don't actually care all that much about designations like alpha, beta, or whatever designation used for animals that have been appropriated by insecure men. Okay, pause. I agree, and I have watched the episode of what's that show on Netflix with Adam? Adam Ruins Everything, right? And he has an episode about this. I totally agree with you, and I've pointed out in another recent video, the only reason I talk about alpha and beta males is because of SEO. I make a lot of money on the side, even aside from YouTube, from search engine optimization. I run a website, all this stuff. So it's a matter of, I have a certain word that I want to use, but who cares about that? People need a buzzword that they're already searching for. And the demographics of guys who are worried about hair loss are the same guys who emotionally connect to alpha male and beta male. Now, my personal opinion, do alpha males exist? Who cares? The reality of it is, there's a concept that you can be a strong, independently minded person who is able to be confident despite your appearance, and there's those who are not. To me, it's that simple. So you can look like an alpha on the outside, but you could be weak inside and very insecure, or you could look like a Jewish nerd and ultimately be very strong in your thinking and realize that it's not about your looks. So we can agree largely on that, I think, to some degree, and from different angles. I think we have a similar perspective. All right, but to continue, I just care about looking good, as looking good, whether it is fair or not, will make people treat you better. I disagree, but that's okay. Looks aren't everything, of course, but being aesthetically presentable leaves people with a positive impression, which may be essential for people to make positive inroads in their social and professional lives. To a point, I'd agree. I agree in the point you work with what you've got here. If you've lost it, you shave it. If you've got a receding hairline, you get a hairstyle that'll work for it. And you dress nice. Try to be the best dressed guy in the room, but don't spend a fortune on it. Go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something to get clothes. I don't necessarily equate hypermasculinity with solid aesthetics. In fact, many of the best looking men have not been considered hypermasculine. Baldness is an androgenic trait and thus associated with the male gender, so many of men fight it. So I feel achieving a positive cosmetic identity is more nuanced than just achieving masculinity. See, that's where we're definitely disagreeing. Masculinity is a mindset, and it's about being independent thinking. It's about understanding your emotions so that you don't let other people disrespect you or offend you, because it's a choice to be those things. Our role as men is to emotionally provide for women and psychologically provide for them. Who cares if you have a full head of hair if ultimately you cannot emotionally support a woman? Who cares if you're attractive enough for a woman to be attracted to and want to marry you? But when it comes down to it, she's not going to cheat on you or leave you because of your hair. She's going to cheat on you or leave you because you cannot emotionally support her. It's about other people, not yourselves. But see, that's again my opinions conflicting with his, which again is awesome because you as the viewer out there get to determine which you think is closer to reality. All right, so he mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit of this just to kind of get back to where we're at. So here we go. He said, when I actually did start losing my hair, it was only when I got my hair transplant and achieved at least this semblance of a full head of hair that my overall quality of life improved. I know you may see it as beta, that I care about what other people think, how I look, but humans are social animals. I feel we are emotionally better off with peer approval, even if it doesn't seem fair to be judged for our hair. Fundamentally disagree with him, but again, that's cool. We're being emotionally intelligent about it. I fundamentally disagree about how we're emotionally better off with peer approval. I'm the complete opposite, which I perceive as, quote, alpha male thinking or independent thinking, in that why give power over your emotions to other people? Claim it for yourself is what I say. I'm the complete opposite, but again, we're on opposite sides of the spectrum. Anyways, I'm glad your channel presents a middle ground between what I advocate as the just shave it off bro side from the likes of Bald Cafe. That being said, I'm glad I can offer a point of view and advocacy for people who do not want to give up on their hair. Hair is important to many people and nobody has the right to tell them they shouldn't care about their hair. Fair enough. I always say, anyone who wants to think like a beta, do it. You want to shave it off? Do it. You want to be somewhere in between? Do it. I'm a libertarian. So therefore, do what's best for you. Do what you need to do as long as it's not hurting somebody else. For those individuals, I am happy to share my experiences and my own hair loss journey, knowing that it's helped give an inspiration and education to many people. Anyways, this was a bit long-winded, but thank you for your kind words. And please keep doing what you're doing. You offer a unique perspective to this issue, even if it's not in line with my own all the time, end quote. Man, see, this is exciting. It's funny because any regular viewers know that I begrudgingly make these videos. I totally don't care about hair, but yet it's how I make a decent amount of side income. It's about $500 a month that I make from doing these videos. I don't care about the topic, but it's the demand of the public. Again, libertarian, free market way of thinking. You have to cater to the desires. So that's again why I constantly use alpha male and beta male. Do I really even believe in it? Not so much. But Nick, why do you say I am the true alpha male? Again, I'm connecting to my audience, whether I believe it or not. But what I do believe is you get to decide. You get to decide if you are going to think like an individual and say, the reason people like me or don't like me is not because of my looks. Yes, you want to put yourself together, but to believe that you can't get a raise or you can't get a job or you can't run for president because you're bald, you can't get a movie part because you're bald. To me, that's weak-minded thinking. Notice I didn't say beta. That's weak-minded thinking. You get to choose if you were going to have a victorious mindset, which is not the default, or you can remain the default, weak-minded thinking. It's all about me. It's about how I look. I must get other people's approval so that I can be emotionally happy. I must give my power over my own emotions and my esteem to other people. To me, that's weak-mindedness. That's why, tongue-in-cheek, I am the true alpha male. To some degree, that's true in comparison because I recognize I get to control my own emotions. I'm in charge. I'm the gatekeeper. And I would say, if it takes one kind of person to need hair and their appearance to matter, for themselves to feel like they matter, what about all the people like me who says it's not about my looks, it's about everything but that makes me relevant and relatable? This is the end of the video. Thank you again, Kevin. Awesome. Let's keep doing this. As far as I'm concerned, you and I are WWE wrestlers. We hang out backstage and then we come to stage and we do our thing. We put on our show. But ultimately, for all the viewers out there, I've given you something to chew on, to digest. You get to decide, well, we've seen both sides of it. Ultimately, who am I voting for president in 2020? Am I voting the, quote, true alpha male Nick Shell, or am I going to vote for the hair transplant endorser, Kevin Mann? You get to determine this election. Who would you choose? Put it in the comments right here. I'm curious to know why. I think this is a very, and it's not about, oh, I want to totally show Kevin he's weak. No, not at all. See, this has always been about you, the viewer. These videos are always a reflection of your own insecurities and as you're trying to sort out your identity. So your words do matter in the comments because we can better understand how to address these conversations. Your comments belong right here.